We have my co-hosts back here. We have Q and Gur over here. So I know that it's been an interesting time here in the States. It's been interesting all over the world. I'm kind of tossing around some new stuff, y'all. And I'm not quite sure moving forward what it's going to look like. I seem to be spending a lot of time in overthinking mode and not enough time in doing mode. And then I think, well, maybe that's exactly where I should be. So it's one of those things that it's kind of like, well, maybe I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe I'm avoiding what I'm supposed to be doing. Do you guys find that sometimes when you're really like mulling something over or not moving forward on something, that it's actually a way to avoid it, that it's actually a way to sabotage yourself, or that it's your own fear expressing itself, your fear of stepping into that next space? Um, I think that fear has infiltrated almost everything that we do these days. And I'm certainly finding it showing up in my life in a lot of different ways. So that's really, really fascinating to see. And I recently watched a movie that's on Prime, Amazon Prime. And it's actually a movie about Bashar, who is a guy named Daryl Anka who channels an entity. And he does trance channeling. So the thing that they were talking about was broken down into these simple things that our I am, we each have a unique energy signature. And I'm not sure that those are the same exact words that Bashar used, but you get the drift. And so when we talk about raising our vibration, when we talk about lifting ourselves up, when we talk about connecting with that energy that's, out there, having a unique energy signature, that unique energy frequency signature is always at the right vibration. It's always tuned up to divine. It's always tuned in to the divine. It's always doing exactly what it needs to do, because it is the connection with the I am. It is the piece of the whole, the singularity of the plurality, as I say. So that is always in us. The thing that keeps us from what we think is raising our vibration or from peace, or the thing that keeps us from our happiness or our enlightenment, is the layers of stuff that we have put on top of that unique energy signature that keeps the human from experiencing it fully. It is the human layers of trauma and pain and fear that keep us from that energy signature actually being able to fully affect the world around us and our experience, and shifting our experience. And so it's really less about adding to ourselves through this knowledge, through this seeking, through this, I'm going to raise my vibration. And it's more about peeling that stuff away. And the interesting thing for me was making this connection to the very first message that I was given in 2012, when I had my lightning bolt, interaction. When that happened to me, literally the image that they showed me was a beautiful shape of a human, a person's body, in this golden light, just shining out, right? And splats of black tar being put all over the body. And that's why I do the to clear it off and unleash that light. So this little bit in the Bashar movie, and it talks about those layers that we have put on our unique energy signature. And as it applies to abundance, our energy signature is always the perfect vibration. We are always attracting abundance. We are always attracting the purpose and the lessons and the things that we are supposed to be going through. But we often block that with the layers of fear and pain that we have gone through, the trauma and the suffering that we continue to hold on to in our lives. And not just from this timeline, because all time happens all the time. We are layers of lifetimes happening all at the same time. And each lifetime has its own unique trauma and sometimes repeated trauma that happens to us, that we create these boxes and these blocks and these walls that are all throughout. So it is layers of time that we are also peeling off so that our unique energy signature can vibrate freely, can function freely without the limiters that we put on it, like a limiter on an engine so that it doesn't go too fast, like the limiter they put on some cars so that you can't drive 120 miles an hour. We put our own human limitations on something that is not human, on an infinite energy. And so peeling that away becomes the purpose. And how do we peel that stuff away, I guess, would be the next question, right?